Good morning and welcome. This is TMI Socials. I am Chukufumnanya Digwe, and here's what's making waves across the social media space. Now, we begin with updates on the cases of rising insecurity in Nigeria. What's happening right now? What are the updates from the government? Now, first off, we see that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has ordered the immediate withdrawal of police officers from VIP escorts for redeployment to undeserved communities as insecurity deepens nationwide, highlighted by recent abductions in Kwara State that have forced the temporary closure of schools for safety. Now, this directive comes amid continued rural kidnappings, even as security forces confirm the rescue of 51 students and 38 worshippers in separate incidents. Now, to reinforce frontline response, Tinubu approved the recruitment of 30,000 new police personnel and upgrades to police training facilities, while VIPs will now depend on the NSCDC for protection. The development faces at a time when the president's absence from the G20 summit has drawn attention, with observers linking it to intensifying domestic security concerns. Now, on the next prompt we get to see on the screen is the State House press release by Bayo Onanuga, which is also the president's statement. It says President Tinubu orders the withdrawal of the police officers guarding VIPs for core police duties. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has ordered the withdrawal of police officers currently providing security for very important persons in the country. Henceforth, police authorities will deploy them to concentrate on the core police duties. The presidential directive was issued at the security meeting President Tinubu held on Sunday with the police, Air Force, Army chiefs, and the Director General of the Department of State Services, DSS, in Abuja. Now, that picture you can see on your screen is the State House release in part. Now, let's get to see a video of the IGP of Police, Egbetu Kun, actually just giving a statement before this meeting with the president, and then we'll take reactions from the social media space.
What is new coming from the Nigerian police to really give momentum to this fight against insecurity?
Yeah. Okay. This emergency meeting of the service chief with the Inspector General of Police with Mr. President is to review recent incidents of abduction of school children in Kebbi and in Niger, an attack on vulnerable communities. Mr. President took briefings from all of us, and he's satisfied with our efforts so far. He's particularly happy with the recent development in Kwara, where all the 38 abducted victims from a church have all been rescued and reunited with their families. Mr. President went further to give orders to us, orders which include the immediate action to free the police from VIP protection and provide more men for the ongoing fight against. What do you
mean? What do you mean about the VIP protection?
Yeah, what I mean is that Mr. President gave direct order that immediately police.
Well, those are the words of the IGP of Police, Kayode Egbetu Kun, as regards this issue, the withdrawal of police personnel from VIPs and politically affiliated persons. Now, let's get to see how the social media space is reacting, not only as regards this, but also as regards the return of the abductees from, bandits' custody. First, we'll take the comments of Senator Shehu Sani, and he says withdrawal of police from VIPs is a good idea and good policy statement in view of the nation's urgent security needs, but it will only begin and end up as a statement. Let's see the next reaction. The next reaction reads, very interesting announcement coming from Mr. President on withdrawal of police from VIPs for core police duties. The statement also says, according to the presidential directive, VIPs who want police protection will now request well-armed personnel from the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps. I stand to be corrected, but it seems this is the first time it is coming directly from the president himself, away from the regular IG announcements. Another comment now. This commenter, Kalu Aja, says, we all know this won't happen, so why issue the order and why publicize an order you know will be disobeyed? To score points, this order will be disobeyed and openly disobeyed by friends and associates of the president. Another comment. This next reaction goes on to say, while this is not the first time they are withdrawing police from VIPs, I believe this is the first time they are providing an alternative in civil defense. I'm hopeful that the order will work this time. The commanders in civil defense will start pricing new houses, though, because that means the revenue the police chiefs probably make goes to them now. Well, those are the comments we'll take as regards that particular story. Now, let's move on to the next social media issue that's trending and that people are reacting to. This one is as on 20 November 2025, a federal high court in Abuja sentenced Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB leader, to life imprisonment after convicting him on all 7 terrorism-related counts, including incitement, sit-at-home orders, and illegal radio broadcasts. Justice James Omotosho opted against the death penalty, citing mercy and global opposition to capital punishment, instead giving concurrent sentences, life for counts 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 20 years for count 3, and 5 years for count 7. The court also ordered that Kanu be held in protective custody, denied unsupervised access to digital services, and his Radio Biafra transmitter forfeited to the government. Kanu's team, including his consultant Aloy Ejimako, immediately announced plans to appeal, maintaining that his conviction was politically motivated. As you know, the social media space is abuzz about this one. It actually happened about 4 p.m. on Thursday, the sentencing of Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment. Now, let's get to see how the social media space is taking this very, very trendy news. We get to see the first comments coming from Peter Obi. It says, Kanu's conviction. At a time like this, the news of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's conviction should compel every well-meaning Nigerian to pause and reflect. This is coming at a time when our beloved nation is facing severe economic hardship, insecurity, and the consequence of poor governance. Rather than reducing tension, this unfortunate development may well only aggravate it. I have always maintained that Mazi Kanu should never have been arrested. His arrest, detention, and now conviction represent a failure of leadership and a misunderstanding of the issues at stake. Well, that is the comment of Peter Obi in part. Let's get to see other reactions. This next reaction says, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stood for Igbos. He stood against the injustice unleashed on Igbo people by Fulani herdsmen. Even though you may disagree with his approach, it doesn't warrant life imprisonment. This is an injustice. Let's see the final comments before we call it a wrap on TMI Socials this morning. Charles says, Nnamdi Kanu's life sentence raises red flags. Is silencing dissenting voices truly justice or a recipe for deeper division? Can a nation truly be united by force or by freedom of speech? Nigeria needs inclusive dialogue, not heavy-handed crackdowns. Now, that's a wrap for our stories on TMI Socials this morning, from the rising cases of insecurity in Nigeria, which was also the focal point of our discussions right here on TMI, to, of course, the conviction of Nnamdi Kanu. We go around the social and political space in Nigeria, reviewing what it is really saying. And here is where we draw the curtain on the show. I am Nnamdi Kanu. Thanking you so much for being a part of the program this morning. Also, thank you to our very insightful guests and viewership for joining in. Bye for now.